Well, even though it's sunny out today, it is friggin' freezing. So winter's here. We've had 2 or 3 days of snow already. It's been melted, but I feel like we're chancing it. So it's time to put some cars away, which is terrible. I hate this time of year, but it does allow me a little bit of time to focus on some projects. Now, a lot of people ask about what projects we have, so I figured we'd take some cars in, you know, store them for winter, and talk about what we have. So this one's staying out. This thing was my daily driver, 57 Chevy, obviously. 4-door, 2-door conversion, LS swap, all the deals. All I gotta do is I got a set of winter tires for it. We gotta put those on there, and this thing will say daily use. I drive the wheels off this thing. In the garage is the Biscayne, which we're not going to show because I'm mad at it. I was planning on being done this year, but maybe it's a next year project or the year after that project, or who really knows with that stupid car. But we have cars scattered all to the wind, multiple storage units. We're going to go to one today. This 55, man, does it ever look sad there. In here, so this was, well, it's a 71, I think, Opel, which I had bought on a whim. I don't even know what happened. I saw it when we were on Power Tour, just online, didn't sell, and I bought it and did nothing with it, put a motor in it, and kind of lost interest. This was originally going to kind of be Danny's car. Well, it still is, I don't want it. Put a motor literally plunked in there, and then it's sat. So I don't know what we're gonna do with this thing. If it's a soon project or a later project, ultimately the motor has to come out. Nothing fits. It's quite a nightmare, but we'll get to it. So it's kind of a cool little hot rod, little mini Corvette. The old 55 Chevy. So this thing I've had a long time. This is my favorite car that I never drive. So, man, it's sad with that flat tire and everything, and those are big dollar tires. So this was my first ever.
How to get that flat tire?
I don't know, it just leaks. I don't keep track of it.
Do we need to go back to the videos of how you stored it?
Oh, I stored it outside, yeah. This gets stored outside. This one's staying home this year. It's gonna be parked next door. So this was a 4-door, 2-door, you know, obviously 2-lane blacktop style, glass front end, you know, 454 tunnel ram, the whole deal, but it's an automatic with a stock rear end. So the dream is overdrive, 5-speed, and maybe a 9-inch. See how the budget goes. Those things add up in a hurry. And I'd like to go EFI, like a Holley or Phi-Tech dual quad EFI. That'd be sweet. This thing I forget I own all the time, man. This one's embarrassing. So it's all strapped up, but it's 55 Nomad. So this, everyone always gives me a hard time about it. Maybe I'm gonna unzip it even. I never work on it and this and that. So when I got this thing, it was an absolute basket case. Not that it's much better now, but it's all together. This thing was nothing. Frame swap, had to build doors, full floors, front to back. The only part that's original on this car is the roof and the firewall. Everything else is parts welded in, full quarters, motor trans, chassis, like just everything, one of everything. And not gonna lie, I worked on it till I was sick of it, and then it sat all summer. So maybe we'll get back to it this winter, but I was actually looking. I got this thing, I should say, October 27th of last year. So haven't even had it a year yet. And it runs and drives, new suspension, all that sort of stuff. It just needs a little bit of love. Mostly needs money. That's what I don't have any of. Man, tow truck? This is Danny's hot rod. This thing is pretty cherry. It's obviously staying here the whole time. And but this is what we're doing today. 57 Chevy ragtop. Again, this was a 4-door. Everything starts off life as a 4-door. So this 4-door hardtop converted into a 2-door convertible, chassis swap. It's got a 400 small block automatic. I just put these wheels on. They literally haven't even gone around the block yet. And it's time to go into storage. So that's what we're doing today. And in the can, we got some other stuff. I actually got a bunch of junk there we got to move around before the weather gets too terrible. So let's go for a ride down there. Should be a fun, cold day. this thing out of gas? Oh. Fiasco. Oh no, it's fine. Just cold. Very, very cold.
The scene feels horribly familiar.
All right, well, we're on the road. Man, this is a nice car, but the weather, it's brutal. People are giving us all sorts of dirty looks. Well, weird looks, I guess. We'll make it. Made it. It is friggin' cold. Car did good though. So we have a few different storage units. It's just a can where, oh yeah, we kept all the Sebring stuff in here. I forgot all about that. So I knew I had the transmissions, but I forgot about this stuff. Oh well. It'll be tight. 57's gonna be tight in here to boot. But the real hot rod's this Cobra, which I did want to move this out. I wanted this here because I think I might work on it this year. I got some ideas for it. So, not a real car, not a real kit car, I should say, but I'll move these transmissions real quick and then start jockeying cars around. This is quite the life. Oh, this thing's poking me. Oh. Oh. You want to grab that one? You want to get it? You sure?
I'm busy.
All right, well, we'll be back when we're moving stuff. Okay, so everything unloaded. I got, every time I see a transmission, I buy them now. And actually I had two, and then this is all Sebring stuff. Hopefully the battery on this thing is good. Oh, and it's a pain to drive with boots. I forgot about that too. Man, this thing's a nightmare. Take my slippers off. All right. Ooh. See the main power. We have lights. All right. Man, either I'm getting bigger or this car's getting smaller. Oh. Come on, girl. She'll go. Come on. There we go. car's cool. Forgot how cool it was. Gonna try and put this thing away real quick, and yeah, we'll see how I fit.
Honestly, I think you're all gonna watch that instead.
It'll be fine.
Oh, it's going on the trailer.
The ramp's lined up. Oh wow, is this a big car in here? Holy moly. Huh. It's definitely, the no roof is really convenient though. Oh, a little taller than I thought there. Just disconnect the, there's a wrench in there. Disconnect the battery.
Oh, I need my coat.
Hop in. All right, girl, well. See you in the spring. Watch the paint with the buttons. So the Cobra. People always ask me about the Cobra. I bought this, 8 years ago at least, 9 years ago. Before they were worth a whole lot of money. I didn't pay much for it. Well, it's $20,000, which is a lot of money, but compared to what they are now, it's crazy. And I had to borrow money and all sorts of stuff for it, but I wanted it. And now, look how I treat it. It's, so this is nice because it's an actual AC. It's a kit, but the guy got in cahoots with AC cars, so it has a legitimate England AC VIN on it, which is kind of cool. Man, it's so dirty in here too. This thing was, when I got it, freshly rebuilt. It was a 289, punched out, 302, roller, everything, high lift cam. I mean, it moves. It was dynoed at 400 and some horsepower, some ridiculous number, which, I mean, I guess in today's numbers isn't a huge number. This thing weighs like 2,000 pounds or something like that, 2,100 pounds, maybe a few more with my fat ass in it. So it's that T5 and a Ford 9-inch. I've blown second gear of this thing at least twice, if not 3 times. And I've only looped it once, so that's not too bad. This thing is scary fast. Everyone always says, big block 427s. I'm telling you. Oh man, look at this. Oh, what I did there, I mangled the paint. This thing was like fresh painted. Look at this, I must have dropped something on it. Oh, I shouldn't have nice things. I contemplate selling this thing every year. I didn't drive it at all this year. Last year I barely drove it. The advantage of YouTube, we checked. Last thing this thing started was in January. It's now October. The brakes were locked on. I tried to get out. This poor little car. The big issue is I don't fit in it very well. It's lengthwise. My legs are really a little too long for the old girl. But anyways, cool little car. A lot of times when I put it up there, people always think I'm daddy's car, daddy's money, which no, the bank owns it. No big deal. So we'll get it all lined up on the ramps and hopefully drive it in there. Well, we will drive it in there. Load all my junk up and carry on. This one's it fits a little better than that 57. Man, was it tight in there, eh? Holy moly. And we gotta move all this. So yeah, this is all Sebring stuff. So that's gotta come home at some point, but we'll leave it at the back door because I do want to bring home the Sebring soon because everyone needs a couple of kit cars in their life. Red convertibles with, not red convertibles, red roadsters. Man, we have a lot of them. The Sebring, this, and the 57 now. Oof. We got issues. All right, let's get her loaded. Okay. this car sounds good. You know, if it wasn't winter, I'd be taking this thing home right now. But oh yeah, so I got a couple ideas. I want to do this thing over the winter time anyways, before I sell it, if I sell it. So we'll get loaded up. That's it, that's all. Thanks for watching. Everybody needs themselves a sea container full of useless hot rods as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, subscribe below, leave a comment, and buy a car that fits you. Seriously?